Hi everybody, sorry I'm a couple minutes late. We are actually in the throes of getting ready for a weekend away. We're going to a wedding out of town, so we are just finishing up packing our car with just about everything you could possibly imagine, and we are going with my entire family. So there are 8 adults and 5 children under the age of 3 that we're going with. So you name it, it's in the car, from diapers to wipes, pack and plays, bouncy seats. We're bringing a grill. It's crazy right now. So I'm a little bit behind schedule. So for those of you tuning in, thank you so much. I did not jump on last night as I had originally planned, and I will be honest with you about why that is. It is because the move that I'm about to show you is one that I am not good at. And part of one of the reasons why I'm doing these videos for you is because I really want to share with you my true progression from start to finish with the board. So the fact that I didn't jump on last night because I couldn't do the move is kind of counterproductive to what these videos are supposed to show you. So tonight we're going to do the V-sit, which is another really great core exercise, one that is fairly difficult to master. As you go through the different progressions, you will see ways that you can make it easier for yourself, make it a little bit more difficult as you move through it, as your core strength gets stronger. So as with every exercise, I'll show it to you on the floor, and then I'm going to jump up on the board. The one thing about this exercise that's different than many of the other ones is you're actually going to do this on the board the long way rather than the short way. So you'll see that in a second, and that actually gives you a little bit more stability. One of the other pieces of information or little tips that Adela and I were just chatting about not even 5 minutes ago is to make sure you don't wear slippery pants. So if you have any of those Adidas running pants that we all had back in like the late 90s with the swish when you run, don't wear those when you're doing anything seated on the board, otherwise you will fly right off and fall on your bum. So I'm going to head over here. I'll show you the 3 different progressions of the V-sit on the floor, and then I'm going to get up on the board and do it. So hopefully you guys can see the board from there. You cannot, so let me see if I can just readjust this a little bit without my phone falling over. I'm going to back up the board just a little so that you can see it as well. So let me get the board out of the way first, and then I will bring it back into the frame and show you guys the V-sits on the board. So to do a V-sit on the floor, you can start in this position. I guess the first progression would be to have your hands behind you. And what you're going to do is you're going to lean back slightly bending those elbows, and you're going to lift those legs up until they're in about a 45-degree angle. Once you're in this position, you can do any number of things with your legs to activate that core. So you can do flutter kicks this way, you can do scissor kicks up and down, anything that is going to activate those core muscles in that position. So you really want to make sure that you're engaging your core the entire time, really tightening those abdominal muscles so that you're taking the pressure off that lower back. Okay, so once you've mastered that position with your hands here and your feet up, the next thing you can actually do, actually on the board it's 3 positions, on the floor it's only 2. There you go. So if your hands are on the floor here, now your hands are going to be up. Okay, so now that is the full V-sit. And what you can do here is you can actually lower and lift back up. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, similar to what I was saying earlier about not being able to master this on the board, my abdominal strength is not quite back enough for me to do more than really 1 or 2 V-sits in a row before my form starts to go. So I'm not going to show you too many of them because I want to make sure that you guys are using proper form, keeping that back nice and straight, keeping those legs as straight as possible as well. Okay, so that's the V-sit on the floor. Let me grab my board, get it into position for you. So you're not gonna do it sitting this way, okay? You're gonna sit actually parallel to the board rather than perpendicular to it. So you're gonna come around the board on whatever side you want to start, and you're gonna sit. You're gonna sit right in the middle so that your bum is right above the springs. My brain is in the trunk of my car, I think, with everything else tonight. So first position, you're gonna actually put your hands on the floor behind you, okay? So your arms are going to be fully extended here because you're not going to be able to have them bent or you'll be too far back, okay? And I'm trying not to hit the wall behind my head, so I'm going to move forward a little bit. All right, so put your hands nice and firm on the floor. Pick those feet up, right up into that 45-degree angle. And similar to like on the floor, you can flutter, you can scissor, any number of exercises up here to make this a little bit harder, okay? Once you've mastered that, position 2 with a V-sit on the board is to actually hold on to the board itself. And this is where my own abilities kind of start to be challenged a little bit with my core on the board here. So you're gonna get yourself into position, and as you can see, I'm already kind of rocking back and forth because I'm not holding onto the floor. Get those feet up into position, really, whoop, see? And that's exactly what I was trying to tell you guys. The stronger your core gets, the less likely that is to happen, okay? So you're gonna hold on to the board, get those feet into position, flutter, scissor, whatever you can do here. Third one, I'm gonna try it for you guys just to show you, but I'm pretty confident in saying that I probably won't be able to master it tonight. And I'm okay with that because, you know, the only way that you're gonna get better is to keep trying things. And if you give up on something just because you're not good at it in the beginning, you're never gonna progress, you're never gonna get to the point where you say, you know what, I can do that. So I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna probably laugh at myself, but again, that's what life's all about, right? Being able to laugh at yourself. And my husband's probably rolling his eyes on the couch right now because I don't laugh at myself as often as I should. So you can get into this position with your hands on the board, get those feet up, and then raise your hands, okay? So not able to hold it for very long at all, but you just keep trying. Get those feet into position. When you feel like you can do it, raise those arms up, and then you just hold it for as long as you can, okay? Breathe as normally as possible as you do with any ab exercise, and keep trying. Start in the first position, do that until you feel like you really have that strong core strength, move into position 2, and then on to position 3. So that is your V-sit video of the night. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm sorry that I might sound a little bit flustered. Like I said at the beginning, we're just kind of all over the place tonight. So I will probably not be back again until Sunday night. And Sunday is Father's Day, so we might have a little special video going on here on Sunday night. So make sure to tune in. But for those of you that are on, thanks for joining. And like I always say, make sure you get out there and sweat and find your smile in the day. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye.